In the annals of modern political history, few figures have left as indelible a mark as Margaret Thatcher. The first woman to lead a major Western democracy, she reshaped Britain's economic landscape, challenged Cold War orthodoxies, and became a symbol of unyielding resolve, earning her the nickname the Iron Lady. Her life was a testament to ambition, intellect, and the power of conviction, even as her policies sparked fierce debate that endures to this day. Early years. Roots in Grantham. Margaret Hilda Roberts was born on October 13, 1925 in Grantham, Lincolnshire, England, to Alfred and Beatrice Roberts. Her father, a grocer and local alderman, instilled in her a deep respect for hard work, self-reliance, and civic duty. The family's modest shop became her first classroom in discipline and customer relations. At school, Margaret excelled academically, winning a scholarship to Somerville College, Oxford, where she studied chemistry. While her scientific training honed her analytical rigor, her growing interest in politics led her to join the Oxford University Conservative Education. By graduation, she had already set her sights on public service. After university, she worked briefly as a research chemist, but soon turned to law, qualifying as a barrister in 1953. That same year, she married Denis Thatcher, a businessman who would become her steadfast partner through decades of political struggle. The long climb to leadership. Thatcher's entry into politics was marked by persistence. She unsuccessfully ran for parliament in 1950 and 1951 before winning a seat in 1959 as the Conservative MP for Finchley. In the 1960s, she served in minor ministerial roles, sharpening her skills in education policy, notably opposing free milk programs in schools, a decision that earned early criticism but reflected her commitment to fiscal discipline. Her breakthrough came in 1975 when, amid Conservative turmoil, she challenged the incumbent leader and won, becoming the first woman to head a major British political party. This victory was no accident. She had methodically built alliances, mastered policy details, and projected an image of strength at a time when many saw the party as directionless. Prime Minister. The Thatcher Revolution 1979-1990. In 1979, Thatcher led the Conservatives to a general election victory, vowing to reverse Britain's economic decline. Her premiership would become one of the most transformative in post-war history, defined by economic reforms, privatization of state-owned industries, British Telecom, British Gas, Rolls-Royce, aiming to boost efficiency and reduce government debt, deregulation of financial markets, ushering in the Big Bang of 1986 that transformed London into a global financial hub, tax cuts for higher earners, paired with reduced corporate taxes to stimulate investment, tough stance against trade unions, culminating in the bitter miners' strike of 198,485, which she won at great social cost, foreign policy, and the Cold War, close alliance with U.S. President Ronald Reagan, reinforcing NATO's stance against the Soviet Union, support for anti-communist movements, including funding for the Afghan Mujahideen, firm response to Argentina's invasion of the Falkland Islands in 1982, which bolstered her domestic standing, social and political impact. Controversial policies like the Community-Charge poll tax fueled public unrest and contributed to her downfall. Her uncompromising style alienated some colleagues but inspired a generation of conservative leaders. She became a global symbol of anti-socialist resolve, celebrated by free market advocates and condemned by labor movements. The fall. From triumph to resignation. By 1990, Thatcher's popularity had waned. The poll tax riots, economic uncertainty, and growing dissent within her own party weakened her grip. When Michael Heseltine challenged her leadership, she lost the necessary majority in the first ballot. Rather than fight a divisive second round, she resigned on November 2, 1990, ending 11 years as Prime Minister, the longest continuous tenure in the 20th century. Post-premiership, legacy, and later years. After leaving office, Thatcher remained active in public life. She wrote two memoirs, The Downing Street Years and The Path to Power, that offered her perspective on key events. She delivered speeches worldwide, advocating for free markets and democratic values. She received the Order of Merit in 1990 and was made a baroness in 1992, taking her seat in the House of Lords. Her health declined in later years. She suffered several small strokes in the 2000s and became increasingly withdrawn. She died on April 8, 2013, at age 87, triggering a national debate about her legacy, personal life, and public persona. Thatcher's marriage to Dennis Thatcher was a cornerstone of her life. Their partnership, marked by mutual respect and Dennis' behind-the-scenes support, helped sustain her through political storms. They had two children, Mark and Carol, whose lives occasionally drew media scrutiny. Her public image was defined by the handbag, a symbol of her no-nonsense authority; the voice, her precise, commanding tone became synonymous with decisiveness; the look, tailored suits and pearls projected both femininity and strength, challenging stereotypes of female leadership. Critics accused her of coldness and arrogance, while supporters praised her courage and clarity of vision. Why Thatcher matters. Her career offers enduring lessons. 1. Ideas shape nations. Her belief in free markets redefined British economic policy for decades. 2. Courage has costs. Her willingness to confront powerful unions and Soviet expansionism came at personal and political expense. 3. Gender barriers can be broken. As the first female PM, she proved that leadership transcends gender, though she rarely framed her success in feminist terms. 4. Legacy is contested. Her reforms lifted some into prosperity but deepened inequality, leaving a polarizing legacy. 5. Conviction matters. Even in defeat, she never wavered from her core beliefs. Conclusion. The enduring shadow of the Iron Lady. Margaret Thatcher's life was a study in contrasts. A grocer's daughter who became the most powerful woman in the world, a reformer who both revitalized and divided her nation, a leader whose policies are still debated with fervor. Today, her influence is felt in the global spread of neoliberal economics, the model of strong, principled leadership in times of crisis, the ongoing debate about the role of government in society. Whether celebrated as a liberator of markets or condemned as a destroyer of communities, Thatcher remains one of the 20th century's most consequential figures. Her story reminds us that leadership is not about consensus. It's about the courage to act on one's beliefs, even when the price is high.